Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Joni here, and today I'm bringing you guys a story about a kid in my 6th grade class that was just very horny. Let's just say that. Now, this story does take place around 6th grade, and this was in my social studies class, I remember. And so pretty much, this kid, he was very weird. He would just sit at his desk all the time, really quiet, do his work. I never really thought, much of him. And it stayed like that for a while, guys. I never really thought, like I said, much of the kid until this very one day, whenever I walked into class, and I was very tired this day, didn't really want to do anything. And so we were just doing open reading in this book, and I was half asleep. I was pretty much sleeping the whole class. And then there was this girl that sat in front of me. So to put it this way, the seatings were like an L. And so I was sitting at the very bottom of the L, and this girl was sitting at the top left of it. And so I looked at her. I could see her. I had a straight view of her. And this Joey kid was sitting right beside her. And there was nothing, suspicious about that until this day in class. Joey was looking very weirdly at this girl. And I didn't know, guys, if Joey had a crush on this girl or if he wanted to date her or he thought she looked cute. I didn't fucking know. But then I looked closer, and Joey is moving something around in his sweatshirt pocket. And I was like, okay, maybe he's just feeling for a pencil in there, scratching stomach or some shit. I don't know. And as I was looking at him, doing whatever the hell he was doing in his pockets, I got called on to read. And so I just read. It was like a quick paragraph or two. And so after I was done reading, I looked back over at Joey. Now this is where things get disturbing, guys. I looked back over at Joey, and his dick was out completely. Wasn't trying to hide it at all. He was just taking big fat strokes at his cock, guys. And it wasn't even like he was trying to hide it, because he was just staring right at this girl's face, just beating his cock. And I was going to tell her, but how was I supposed to tell her? I couldn't get up and just go walk over to her desk. That'd just be awkward as hell. And so pretty much I just let it happen. And so then Joey decides to look around the room and see if anyone's watching. And as he's looking around the room, guys, he stares right at me, and we make direct eye contact. Now, this was the most awkwardest shit I've ever been through in my whole life, probably. And so this kid's staring right at my eyes. I'm staring right at his. And see, he still has his cock out. He stares at me. He looks around the room again, stares back at me, and then he just pulls up his pants and just stops. And he just goes back to the book like he was never beating his dick. And guys, I never said anything after this. I was just too shocked, too scarred, and just too embarrassed in general to say anything. And I mean, if I was a kid, I wouldn't want people talking about my dick or how my cock looks around the school, because that would just be awkward as hell. And then he'd know that I told everybody, and that would be even more awkward for me. So I never really said anything. And this kid, we just never talked after that. We barely talked before that. If we talked, it was just about a question on like a homework assignment or something like that. But after this, we made no contact whatsoever. He would stare at me weirdly in the hallways, and it was just awkward. That was the only thing I could think about, and to this day, that is all I think about when I look at him. But so yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for the story today. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like and check back tomorrow for another story.